Although more than 20 have been rejected, the Secheks, and two candidates refused twice, it is expected that the number of registered candidates exceed 40 or even reach 50. The incredible popularity of the current campaign for president, political scientists explain the fact that most candidates do not want to become head of state, how to get into the next parliament in October. Their favorites of the campaigns are really trying to win the presidential election. But 90% of the candidates right now to actually lead the parliamentary campaign, said the director of the Institute of Information Society Yaroslav Pavlovsky. For example, Vilkel is to form a new political face for the remnants of the Party of Regions. Zelensky, and pushed to form a powerful electoral convoy in the fall of 2019, has become the locomotive for advancement of People Kolomoisky at the next election, adds political analyst. Themselves, these candidates claim that taking part in the presidential race solely for the sake of victory, and Vladimir Zelensky, who for sociology in general can expect to exit in the second round, insists on full independence from businessman Igor Kolomoisky. Another political analyst, Volodymyr Fesenko, also believes that many presidential candidates really hope to get a decent result, to attract sponsors and to demonstrate the prospects of his party. A few politicians will sell themselves after the presidential election. Even if the result will be a smaller percentage, still will be possible to sell themselves at one time or another past the list on elections to the parliament, the expert explains. There are two kinds of technical candidates. Through some favorites will have their people in election commissions. It is clear that the group of candidates will sell their places in electoral commissions as a kind of business, says Vladimir Fesenko. There is a personal pair of candidates that will run against, for example, Poroshenko or Tymoshenko. See that Shevchenko makes powder houses, referring to the slogan of the candidate Alexander Shevchenko. Add that running Yuri Tymoshenko, who will develop a specific thesis, gives examples of political expert. Such specific candidates, for example, Roman Nasarov, any hope Shevchenko, even if it does not register. I want to use my candidacy as an argument that they are being persecuted for political reasons, said Volodymyr Fesenko. Two such political victims can be attributed to communist leader Petro Simonenko, which the Secheks has not registered a candidate from the Communist Party through the decommunization. Vladimir Fesenko doesn't exclude that such a massive campaign for the presidency, influenced by the crisis of confidence in the elites and old politicians, this prompted the people who have any illusions about the possible success in the elections to go to the candidates. Yaroslav Pavlovsky believes the popularity of running is a positive phenomenon. The country is not very good, because the campaign, obviously, translate into a technological component, and will play the miser, to reduce the attendance and motivation of foreign voters, will play with the recount of votes. For some candidates, this may not be so painless for the pocket, but for technical, which are funding other candidates, is not such a problem. The final number of registered candidates will be known on 9 February to 8 March. Each candidate will have the opportunity to formally withdraw his candidacy. And the return of 2.5 million yuan.